Hello, hello. I'm here with Giudi.
Hello.
Hi. And we're here to talk about ESCZ and Jezinky and yeah, all things fabulous. Should we do this? Let's do this. Okay, so of course you're taking part in ESCZ 2022. It's very exciting. You have emerged as kind of a big favourite on social media, and your song is so like spellbinding and just it's very different from anything else in the competition. Can you just explain to us what the song is about, what the music video is about, and how those two things come together?
Yeah. So when I wrote the song, I actually couldn't even imagine that I would be part of some contest because the song just born like in the purest intention. It was just like so beautiful songwriting session, and it was like something magical already from the beginning. That I knew that there is something special that I need to be really careful how to proceed with all the retouches of the things, because the process always like the mixing and post production and everything, and like when you start to retouch the things, I think like the most beautiful things happens for the very first moment. They are the most authentic, and that's what I felt when I wrote the song, when I created, and I went just with that. I was really having it like really I brought it like really tender way into all the next process, so I didn't want it to really too much polish the song. And the story of this song is about Jezinky. They are like, maybe you have never heard about this word, so just to explain you what does it mean. Jezinky are the wild women from the woods. They're basically the witches from the Bohemian forest, and there is like a beautiful story. They for the children, it's like a fairy tale, which is quite dark also, but when I was writing the song, it just like I had some vision and it came on my mind, this word, and I just felt that it's like a perfect metaphor for how we can feel nowadays. That actually Yazin could represent our fears or our insecurities, because like I wrote it like back on September, and it was like some period of time after summer that I felt like quite heavy energies in the air, and I felt also like from my friends, and actually a lot of people were dealing with more and more with some mental issues, and like almost you could feel the energy, like some kind of heavy energy, and I felt that this could be the way how I could work with this song, that it might maybe kind of open up, like because when you have like some kind of, I don't know, fears or all those like negative emotions, I think it's important actually to face them or some kind of work with them, because otherwise you keep it inside and it's just there. And this song was like, it made like perfect sense that this could be maybe somehow like uncomfortable, but in another way like very important to like feel and experience even those negative feelings that we keep some inside of us. So the story of Jezinky should like give you like some kind of mirror inside of your soul, let's say, and they might help you maybe to liberate yourself from all of those fears. And yeah.
That's beautiful. Like a lot of people have really, really taken to your song because it is so stunning. Kind of the instrumentals on it are so kind of simple, but also kind of complicated. Like it's just such a different sound to anything we've ever had in Eurovision before. If you were to go to Eurovision, how would you represent that story on stage? Because obviously you've done these live on tape kind of performances. You had your dancers with you. Is that something you'd want to bring to the stage? Would you kind of want to bring the story alive, or would you want to keep it quite simple?
So first of all, like whatever I do, like I'm like very visual person, very visual artist. I love visuals because they are like extended reality for all the story, for all the music part. So I would definitely enjoy the whole creation, because everything I do, all the like metaphors or also symbols that I use or colors, it has some sense. I use them because I know why I do it and what I want to evoke. So definitely it would be like really thought well into each details. And the thing I always like to do in my art, I love to surprise. With each single, I always, because I'm like this, I'm just, when I have like some intuition or emotion, I just put it into my music. So it's quite various, the genres I touch. And if we would make it in the to represent Czech Republic this year, I would love to definitely surprise. So I'm sorry, I cannot tell you too much.
No, that's fair enough, completely understandable. With your song, obviously you've got 3 different versions. You've got the kind of orchestral version, the acoustic and the live. Would you bring the song like just like what we've been listening to with the live on tape? Is that what you would take?
Yeah, so I think like the a cappella version, as it was created like this, it has some special magic into it. And but at the same time, when I wrote it, after I felt like before I knew that I would be part of Eurovision Song Contest, I felt that it might it might deserve like some even more epical ending. So because it just brings you there, you're waiting, it's just, but it's a kind of tough decision into this because. Um, I quite enjoy that it's kind of right that in the end you just breathe out like like and it needs I love that it kind of makes you relax, that there is not like, because like nowadays music is always like let's do that, let's push it and let's go, and I just love that the song is some complete opposite way, like it makes us a
Head it
little bit
back.
calm, a little bit think, a little bit go inside yourself. And if you are like interrupted by too many things, you don't have time to process it within
Mm,
yourself. So this might be a tough decision, but I definitely did also orchestral version because I felt it might deserve it. I do it actually quite often with my music because you can always one track, if it's a good track, you can always put it in different codes and codes also maybe, and it just brings another story a little bit into it. So definitely orchestra version is something special also because I did it with one amazing artist, composer, Karel Havlíček, who lives in LA, Prague, and he does a lot of orchestral symphonic things, and he's amazing. And
yeah.
he just like, I already collaborated with him in my previous single Icarus, and Karel is just like so unique person, so unique artist, that he goes like very for the real emotion and for the very first moment. So I know when I just tried to send him the song, and I was waiting like if he can feel it, because if he doesn't, so I'm sure like he wouldn't do that. And if he can feel something, actually, he's gonna create it like this, like
Yeah.
so. He just sent me back like the orchestral version. I was like, oh my god, I felt like that the strings created like some another picture that actually like draw like some Czech atmospheric nature, that I can almost see the woods actually like really.
Yeah.
It's another story on that. So I like both of them, and it would be hard to decide which one go
You
with
want to
because
take.
I think both of them are quite potential and they have their own story.
Yeah,
So, but
definitely. I
there
mean,
is possibility. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, even if you don't know the story, like I'd never heard of the Jezinky before kind of hearing the song, like you can kind of picture it, and then the music video certainly helps. And I'm sure any visuals you'd take to Eurovision would make somebody understand it. And I mean, on a Saturday night where you're going to have a lot of upbeat songs after another kind of in Eurovision, yours would definitely stand out. So it's a really great song. Just kind of with the song, who, because it is so different, who are your inspirations musically?
Um, it's a like when I was a little girl, I had a lot of posters and I loved, I had like my really kind of I don't know how to say, like, yeah, like some inspirations or like artists that I really loved. Then when I started to write my own music, I almost wanted to distance from everyone because I felt that I can do it, like I can take the pieces and create something in mine and own. And I was always like, I don't want to be influenced. That's why I also decided in the end like to don't study too deeply the music, because I felt that being like unconscious or not aware about a lot of things, like how it should be or how it should go, or because every musical school is amazing, definitely, but it teach you like some steps how to proceed with the music. And I felt that this would some kind of could influence me like too much that I would lose my own creativity. So I cannot say that I will have like some specific inspirations, but I definitely also listen music like in my free time. So like telling you what are artists that I really enjoy the last period, I don't know, a few years. It's definitely, I don't know, Sevda Lisa, Shy Girl, Oklu. I also like to listen with The Weekend. Yeah, these ones are definitely
Quite a variety. I mean, it's like really interesting to hear you kind of talk about that, because you've obviously come up with something that is very distinctly you, and it's great. It's really great to see. So yeah. How do you feel about the fact that kind of, see, I'm addicted to Twitter, and when I go on Twitter, all I'm seeing at the moment in Eurovision Twitter is just people being like, Jezinky, 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 all over. It is a huge favourite of people on Twitter, at least, and I think on the Facebook fandom as well, there's quite a lot. How do you feel about being so like kind of a favourite amongst fans, and what do you want to say to those fans that kind of are really supporting your entry?
So because I come from, let's say, Czech underground scene, for me it's really important and really elementary to create like connections, like and to create some community of people, because I feel being in Czech Republic, we're a really small market, and there's like some kind of mainstream scene that if you don't fit in the box, it's really actually hard to make it through. And I don't want to make compromises, so I decided to go my own way, and I'm creating my own community of people. Of course, Czech Republic, it's a small country, so now being like on eyes, like in wider public, I start to receive this love from, and connections from different part of the world, and it feels so great. Like I feel so blessed that they're like there are really actually some strong connections creating it these days, and people, they rely on what I want to say and what I am doing. It feels amazing. It feels really, it gives me like injections of love, and I feel like super now excited to do more, and like already thinking another singles, like let's, because we even I'm constantly working on the music, so I already want to give more because it's like it's amazing that about Jezinky is happening all of this, but I want to go further. It's not like the start of or the end. It's a part of the process. And this was amazing opportunity to meet all of those beautiful souls and make some connections. And it's really like, especially about Twitter, it's so funny. Like there are some groups there called Jezinkators, and I don't know, like it's so funny. Like sometimes oh my god, like, oh, makes me like
love
so.
it. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. It's been amazing. It's been really interesting to hear kind of where your song has come from and you as an artist. So yeah, thank you so much, and good luck with the contest.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
having
me.
Thank you so much.